The picture represents the coat represents the great spirits of protection, with the top brown hat for shade to block the sun, and the stick for holding itself upright. Well, the houses are for the Native Americans to live in, and the roofs are made out of hay, the walls are made out of bark, and some actually tie tree saplings together so they can put the tree bark on it, and it has a perfect opening for a door, and it has no windows, just a shape of a window. The pottery was for collecting food and water, and maybe some herbs. The Native Americans dressed as animal spirits because they believed it gave them great power before going into battle. Shaman's equipment was used by the shaman to connect to the spirit world because they were priests of the village. I see eyes, which means the spirits were looking over them. The armor was used to protect themselves in battle. At closer look, you see their headgear and the breastplate, which protected their body. Bows and arrows and knives were used for hunting and fishing for food. Weapons were used when going into battle. You see a battle axe and different kinds of spears. The next weapons you see are different slingshots used to toss stones and rocks at enemies.
This trip to the Heritage Indian Museum brought back memories of my great-grandmother. She was born into the Cherokee tribe, and she was a French-Canadian Indian. And I was told that she was a great storyteller. She told a tale that went like this. My story is told on buffalo skin. It begins with my tribe, the Cherokee. We once had a time of famine, because for many days we had no rain. And because there was no rain, there was no grass. And because there was no grass, there was nothing for the buffalo to eat. No grass, no buffalo. Until one day, a little boy began to play a drum. And as the drum played, there was a flute. And as they heard the drum and the flute together, the men and the women began to dance. Imagine it. The drum and the dance and the flute in harmony playing for the rain. The more the drum played, the more the men and women danced. And the more the men and women danced, the more the flute flew higher in the sky in perfect harmony, until one day the rain happened.